Hey everyone, this is Jared Turbidace here. Wanted to make a video about my top 5 favorite sports teams. A couple of the teams that almost made the list was Jeff Gordon for NASCAR. I've been a Jeff Gordon fan since the mid '90s. I don't know if I used to like. I think I didn't like him when he first came on, but he just grew on me. When I watch NASCAR, I like watching Talladega, Daytona, Bristol, Phoenix, Las Vegas. Pretty much those tracks. There's some other ones for sure. I like to watch. The one I don't like to watch is Watkins Glen. It's kind of like a road course. But NASCAR I do enjoy watching, but I'm not a big Jimmy Johnson fan just because he won 5 titles in a row and it got kind of repetitious and I didn't like that. The next team would be my Chicago White Sox. Been a fan of the Chicago White Sox. I have a picture of me in a White Sox t-shirt for when I was like 6 or 7 years old. I used to like Bo Jackson and Frank Thomas when they were on the team. I remember Michael Jordan when he came to the White Sox. NC Bronco fan showed me a great video of that. But I've been a Chicago White Sox fan for a long time, and I also like the Twins a little bit too. I don't care if they're doing good or bad, you know. If they're doing good, that's fine. I'd be cool with that. But if they're not doing so well, then that's okay with me. The next one that made the top 5 is Arsenal with the Barclays English Premier League. I've never been a Manchester United fan. A lot of people are bandwagoners and they like them because David Beckham was with them. There's Rooney, but Arsenal I've kept up since maybe after 2000 or so, off and on. They've had some good teams. They've had some good years and bad years too. So I do root for Arsenal. I just got a jersey of theirs about a week ago. The number 4 is Gators basketball, and I like their football too. But Gators basketball, Mike Miller back in 1998, 1999 when he came from Mitchell, South Dakota, went to Florida Gators. I started watching them. Started watching the I've watched the NCAA March Madness probably since like 1992 when I was like 7 or 8. So I've been watching March Madness for a long time, and I like the Gators. I like Billy Donovan as their head coach, and then I seen when they won the championships in 2006 with Joakim Noah and all them. So I like Gators basketball a whole lot. The football, I like to root for them, not because of Tim Tebow, but I like the SEC quite a bit. Gators football, Gators basketball. I enjoy the basketball more than their football team, but I do root for them if I'm not rooting for the number 2 team. My number 3 team is the Winnipeg Jets. If you look on my videos, I went to a game up in Canada in Winnipeg back in 2010, and it got me all into hockey. I was like the first row. It was only like $40 for an American Hockey League ticket, and I got to see Corey Schneider at goaltender before he played for the Vancouver Canucks, and I think it was Mark Flood, who's a Winnipeg Jet now, and some other ones. Gardner, whatever. Yannick Hansen's played for him. Alexander Burrows has played for the Manitoba Moose, but and for years I wanted the Phoenix Coyotes to leave. Even though I lived in Phoenix, I wanted the Phoenix Coyotes to leave so I could see the Winnipeg Jets come back. And it wasn't them, but the Atlanta Thrashers that ended up going away. And luckily, I got the Winnipeg Jets back. And I promised to myself, I made a pact to myself that if Winnipeg gets another NHL team someday, no matter how many years it is down the road, 10 years or whatever, I'm going to root for them. So the Winnipeg Jets I've been following. This is their 2nd year. They should have been in the Central Division by now or the Western Conference by now, playing with like the Chicago Blackhawks and Minnesota Wild. But that I don't know, with the debating with all their money that their negotiation contract and all that, the CBA. I can't believe they didn't get around to talking about putting them back, getting them away from traveling to Tampa Bay, Washington D.C. and others. So and Miami. So Winnipeg Jets are my number 3 team that I've enjoyed. We're gonna go to number 2, and this team has been I've been a fan of probably just about as long, probably longer than the Broncos, and that is the Nebraska Cornhuskers. You know, I live 150 miles from Omaha, and it's another like 70 miles to Lincoln, Nebraska, and so the Nebraska border is like 70 so miles away from me, and the Nebraska Cornhuskers, I've been to their stadium twice. Haven't been to any games, unfortunately. Just haven't had the time. Hopefully I'll be going to a game maybe next season. I've been always planning on going, but never get around to it. But I've seen their stadium. I got to see Tom Osborne, the legendary head coach for the Huskers, when they won in '96, and I don't know if they won in '94, but got to talk to Tom Osborne went to my high school, or talked to in front of my high school, and I just have always loved the Huskers, even if they have bad years. Like they lost against Wisconsin the last game to not even make the Rose Bowl, but hopefully they'll have a better year next year. But Nebraska Cornhuskers have always been my favorite college football team. I do like the Gators because I do like the SEC. I think there's a lot, SEC runs things in NCAA football, in my opinion. So, but the Huskers, I do like that they went to the Big Ten and not the Big 12, and left the Big 12. But the Big 12, they had their number with Texas. Texas always knocked them out most of the time, and Oklahoma. So, I think Ohio State has their number a lot too. So, but hopefully the Huskers do better. These upcoming years. I'll always be rooting for them. I got this jersey for $15 just recently. And that's my number 2 team, the Cornhuskers. Number 1 team, of course, is the Denver Broncos. Like in recent videos, past videos, I've said, been a fan since 1995. I think it was just because I never wanted to be a Vikings fan. The Viking fans are in the city of Sioux Falls. I think they have the biggest, besides Minnesota, Sioux Falls leads in season ticket holders. So we get a lot of Minnesota Viking fans. I didn't want to be a Vikings fan. I kind of love to hate them. I like that they do good sometimes, and I like that they don't go far in the playoffs another time. But the Denver Broncos have always been my team. I remember Steve Atwater, Bill Romanowski, Rod Smith, and Ed McCaffrey, who I have a jersey of, had that for 15 years plus. But I just have always liked the history of the Denver Broncos. When I was born, 2 weeks later, I lived in Colorado. But I don't think that makes any sense. But that's just kind of random. But I like Colorado, but Denver Broncos, I just like their playing style. I like the players that play on their team. They seem, they have good players, but they don't have all studs all the time. They have better years than others. We have bad years like 2010 with the four wins, 12 loss season. That's why we got Von Miller with the first or second pick in the draft, and second picker in the draft, and it's just I'll always be a fan of them. I've thought about getting tattoos on me of some of these teams or whatever, but like the Broncos, but haven't really done that yet. Don't know if I will. We'll see how it goes. But those are my top 5 favorite teams. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this wasn't too long for you. All right, see you guys later. If you have any questions about any of the teams, feel free to comment and or send me a private message. I'll see you guys later. Bye.